I will be giving a talk in the next few days. They will not tell me where the talk is or to whom. I'll be talking about a robbery and how that funded social media into a counterintelligence operation. See the 13 new books, British Frauds on England's History, for the background at www.kingjohn3rd.uk. In the meantime, I have the Coronation Stone. So I'm noticing all major newspapers and media outlets, including the Royal Rota at newsmediauk.org, Daily Express, Daily Mail, Daily Mirror, Evening Standard, The Telegraph, The Times and The Sun, and all royal correspondents, also the Mail on Sunday, Sunday Times, Independent, Express, Metro, The Guardian, The Morning Star, and BBC, BBC World, and Sky News. I have had the Coronation Stone for 2.5 years. Prince Charles was notified that I have it on the 13th of November 2020 and signed for it on the 15th of November 2020. Part of my confirmed and ratified 66-page proclamation reads, "The Principal, Joseph Gregory Hallett, studied the old maps of Scotland and went to Scotland and dug up and retrieved the Coronation Stone, the Stone of Destiny, Jacob's Pillow, Jacob's Pillar, the Stone of the Kingdom, the Stone of the Kingdoms, the Stone of the Kingdom of Israel, the Cornerstone rejected, the Stone of the Corner, the Stone of the Kingdom of Ireland, the Stone of Destiny, Lear Fail, the King of Ireland's Stone of Destiny, Lear Fail, the Stone of the Kingdoms of Israel and Ireland, the Stone of the Kingdom of Israel, and the King of Ireland's Stone of Destiny, Lear Fail, the Coronation Stone of the King of Scots, the Stone of Destiny, Stain of Scoon, Tannis Stone, the Stone of Fate, and Lear Fail, Clachna Cinnamahane, Scottish Gaelic, Heron, Jacob's Pillow, the Coronation Stone, the Stone of Destiny, the Stone of Scone." And I did this at the predicted time in autumn 2020, at the predicted time of Hamashiach, when people would be locked in their homes. This stone was delivered to Ireland in 583 BC by the prophet Jeremiah and Princess Tephi. The stone remained in Ireland until AD 501, when it was taken to Scotland for a coronation, returned to Ireland in AD 839 to 840, then returned to Scotland 840 to 1296 as the Stone of Scone, and then buried in Scotland and replaced with a fake stone for King Edward I of England to capture. He ruled from 1272 to 1307, and Edward took it down to Westminster Building, Abbey, London, to insert in the chair of St Edward the Confessor, who ruled 1042 to the 5th of January 1066. He was King of the English. But this was a fake stone, and the real stone was buried and marked on old maps. The time it was to be uncovered was predicted as November 2020, and the two nearest towns exactly a mile apart named who would uncover it. The first and second syllables of Hell Hill and Howlet to Est spell Hallett. Then 1.5 miles down formed a Tower Cross, and 333 feet in, and my height down, my hair is the grass, was Jacob's Pillow, the Coronation Stone. The BC 640 to 501 AD and 501 AD to 1296 AD Jacob's Pillow are the same stone, being a 400 weight, or the size of 4 loaves of bread. 100 weight is the size of a loaf of bread. Legend recites the real stone is 22 by 13 by 11 inches, but inches only became a universal unit in 1959, so measurements in 1296 were very approximate, and this is just a legend, so the size of 4 loaves of bread is more reliable. 22 by 13 by 11 inches may actually be an approximate size of the replacement stone, or completely misleading, as the Scots completely misleading the English, especially the English academics who define naivety as tenure. When King Edward I of England invaded Scotland in 1296, the Scots made a quick copy of their Coronation Stone, buried the original in a codified location, and placed the fake stone for Edward to capture. The location where the Coronation Stone was buried was then codified on the 1596 and 1896 maps. This quick first copy 1296 stone measured 26 by 16 by 10.5 inches, weighing 458 pounds, and became the 1296 to 1950 Westminster Building Abbey Coronation Stone. It was faked for 664 years, then stolen from Westminster Abbey by Scottish students on Christmas morning 1950 and broken and then copied 22 times, some with 4 pins in it, some with 3 pins in it, and all of them covered with chisel marks on 1, 2 or 3 sides to show they were recently manufactured. The 1951 to 1996 to 2023 Westminster Building Abbey Coronation Stone measured 26 by 16.7 by 10.5 inches, weighing 336 pounds. And it has chisel marks on 1, 2 or 3 sides, showing it has been recently manufactured. It is a staged stone and a fraud, and widely known fraud. Prince Charles is running with this fraud stone. The 1951 to 1996 to 2023 Westminster Building Abbey Coronation Stone was 3/4 of an inch wider and 122 pounds lighter. So a different type of stone, and not from Israel or Egypt, but from Scotland, and only 70% as dense as the original 1296 to 1950 stone, and even that was a hushed and rushed copy. To install the new 1951 to 96 Westminster Coronation Stone for Elizabeth, King Edward I's coronation chair had to be hollowed out a further 3/4 of an inch, 19 millimeters, to accommodate the fraud. The 1296 to 1950 and 1951 to 1996 to 2023 Westminster Building Abbey Coronation Stone were 2 imposter stones made by the canny Scots to trick the gullible English. The Jacob's Pillow Coronation Stone discovered by myself, Joseph Gregory Hallett, is 26 by 16.7 by 10.5 inches. This is the exact size of the 1951 to 1996 to 2023 Westminster Building Abbey Coronation Stone, but comes with no chisel marks. It is a 400 weight, the size of 4 loaves of bread, weighed 349 pounds wet and 333 pounds dry, is sandstone and quartzite as predicted, and was found as predicted when, where, and by whom in October, November 2020, which was lucky because there's a motorway coming through that zone a year later. As marked by the 1596 map and the 1896 map, the names of the roads, the field drawn as a double bed with 2 pillows for Jacob's Pillow, with 4 streams surrounding it, which is quite rare, the Book of Prophecies and the Rosicrucian Cosmography, and by 2 trees forming a perfect circle and a mark of stone in the field opposite, using a Cinderella pumpkin gold carriage to dig it up in the form of an 8-ton digger. So, fairy tale meets reality, during the time when people would be locked in their homes. So it was locked down from March 2020 to March 2022 and went for 2 years minus 3 days. Joseph Gregory Hallett's Jacob's Pillow is the only stone that has not been chiseled or pinned and is naturally to scale and weight, 333 pounds dry, found 333 feet in from the Tower Cross, beginning at the towns Hal Hill and Howlet to West. So the first syllable of the first word, H-A-L, Hal, second syllable of the second word, let, L-E-T-T, Hallett. Who thought turning pages would be the hardest thing to do? Jacob's Pillow was buried underground such that if the principal had 1 foot at the bottom of the stone and his left foot resting on the top of the stone, his hair and grass would merge. As you can see, it's happening a bit now. Finding Jacob's Pillow, as well as the Holy Grail, has all been part of the fulfillment of prophecy. The 1951 to 1996 to 2023 stone is a bad copy of the 1296 to 1950 stone, which was broken, but the 1296 stone was a reasonable copy of the BC 1640 to 1296 AD original Jacob's Pillow. This is why the real Jacob's Pillow coronation stone that I have is the real stone of the real size and real weight, found in the predicted place at the predicted time by the predicted person, all is predicted. Prince Charles has been made aware multiple times that the Principal, Joseph Gregory Hallett, myself, has the real coronation stone, but Charles refused to be crowned on the real coronation stone, as that would test other prophecies, like the British royal family has been illegitimate for 440 years, and the wrath of God, and James VI was kidnapped and replaced with a walk-in in 1583. He was kidnapped from August 1582 to June, July 1583. And the James VI that turned up was just a commoner with no royal blood. And then some Catholics and Jesuits pointed to him and said, that's the missing king. Amazing. This November 2020 stone, or 11-2020, or 001122 stone, is the new best indicator of Jacob's pillow, the coronation stone, the stone of destiny, the stone of scone. I own the coronation stone. I can also argue quite well that I'm the Marquis of Pembroke, with the title Lord Chancellor of the Kingdom of England, which I actually have signed and sealed. If any of the Royal Rota want to do a story on this, contact info@kingof.uk. Otherwise, the coronation is null and void, as the coronation stone Charles is using is a multiple fraud of his own destiny. Turning pages, eh? There it is, the real coronation stone. The view, this is Sea of Galilee at 1:100 scale, and that's the mulberry which was invented by Vice Admiral Sir John Hughes Hallett. Thanks, John.